Hello and welcome. This is gagrul.net, Gagrul Live on Facebook. My name is Wally Sarkisian. I'm your host today. Well, those of us old enough will remember, I don't speak Turkish, but we remember from our parents, grandparents, those two words, Musawat, Adalat, fairness and justice. That's what the Young Turks did. They told when the Armenian always they were protesting, for equal rights and things like that. But when those Young Turks came in power, and they did their revolution, overthrow the monarchy, they said that's the word they used, Musawat, Adalat. You see here there. And so Armenian believed it, and they joined these Young Turks, these three criminals. And we all know what happened. It ended up systematically, completely wiping out the Armenians from their home, from their farm, from their factories, from their shoe repair, everything. They pushed them to the desert. Of course, they used a German Berlin to Baghdad railway to drop them into the desert, some of them. So now they're using, again, another two different words. And those words are economic corridor. That open the border with Turkey, with Azerbaijan, everything will be great. The communication, everything will be forgot. The Turks have changed. They're just not the same Turks. This is how those Armenian politicians, the Pashinyan and others thinks. Do you really believe, as an Armenian, the Turks change? Just look at around Turkey. They're in Syria, they're in Iraq, they're in Libya, they're threatening Greece, and of course they just came and slaughtered, massacred people of Karabakh, and Armenians too. So is this the hope that Pashinyan is selling to Armenians? That they're opening the corridor? The Turks and Armenians gonna live side by side? Really? I mean, you have to be the most delusional people to believe in this. That will never happen. That will just benefit them. So let's look at this map. This map is where the Azerbaijan is drawing it. They want, you could see there, 1 second here, and you could see they're bringing this from Baku, right, to Karabakh, through Armenian land, north part of Sinik, which is Meghri, right, to there, and then from there to Turkey, right? This is what they want. And then they have another one from Baku through here, through another Armenian land, which is Meghri, I think this is Meghri, and to Turkey. And so they already planning partitioning this part of Armenia. So this is another Musawat Adalat. But where is this Pashinyan people thinking? Yes, if Azerbaijan wants to create corridor, yeah, they could create from here to Yerevan, and then they could take it to Nakhichevan, and shorter, and there is communication between Azerbaijan and Armenia, not the other route. The other route is for partitioning Armenia. That's what they want to do. And also, why do Armenians really need? Armenians are 3 million people. 3 million people, you don't need such a huge economy to survive. They proved it in 30 years they survived. Armenia only need good relationship with Georgia and Iran. Iran 80 million economy. If you can't sell it to it, why you think economy Iran 30 million you can't sell it? That Iran you don't have a problem with it? Why are you gonna be in it? Their excuse is through Turkey we have sea. Why you have through Georgia sea too? You have through Iran, Caspian Sea you could go. So it's an excuse. Those people who want to take over Armenia, there is no reason for it. 3 million people, all you have, what's going to happen? Let's just assume positively that the Turks opening border and Azerbaijan, economy will boom. You know what's going to happen? It's exactly the way now Armenia is. Those Tsarukians and others, those oligarchs, they're going to get the project, they're going to make their millions, and Armenian poor is still going to stay poor. These things have been proven around the world. As long as you have oligarchies, these things will happen. And when you have a dictatorship in Turkey, dictatorship in Azerbaijan, you think they're going to come take care of the people? Of course, they're going to corrupt Pashinyan and others. Says, we're going to make you project manager, railway project manager, stuff like that. It will not happen. It's a pipe dream. Armenia need those two countries. Of course, Armenia could sell other countries. But it's 3 million people. Like US and others, China, they go war things because they have 300-400 million population. They need to go steal and rob and fight, take over their oil things to feed their people. Armenia, you have 3 million people. You survive 30 years. Why do you need open border with the vicious enemy that you had throughout your history? Throughout your history. It's not just, little war here, border problem, You don't need it. All you need is decent government to take care of people, create industry, create strong military. Look at this guy, Tsarukian. He spent $5 million for a wedding, and look at that poor soldier. How did this soldier think about watching Tsarukian spending $5 million? His son land in church with a helicopter. The cake was the size of a building. The sky lighted up all over Yerevan. This is the problem of Armenia. You have too many corruption. And Pashinyan, he has drums, corruption. He has become one of them. What did he do for corruption? 3 years. They're all there. He never did anything. And now he's going to go in election. He says, those old, we lost the war because of the old. It's just BS. Those people are there not to help you. And you need some new leadership. Think about it. Look, Pashinyan, this guy came in power, rise up people like Stalin and Lenin and all those dictators, with one word, corruption. I've been asking lots of people, come to the show, prove to me why you're supporting. They don't. Only one guy came, and their whole excuse is, if we don't elect Pashinyan, the old regime gonna come back. Well, so what is it you have now different than old regime, really? At least old regime, as bad as they were, they kept Karabakh. They liberated Karabakh. They kept Karabakh. Pashinyan handed over. So this is the problem. This corridor It's a genocide number 2. That's what it is. Armenians have to be very careful. The Turks are brutal people. You don't trust Turks. You better have your door closed on the Turks than open. Those are brutal people. Those they pick when they want to be your enemy, when they want to be your friends. And look at their what for years they've been telling all those horrible things about Israel. Now they're doing everything to get back to Israel, to get back to. They overthrow the Egyptian government. They put in there the Islamic Brotherhood, and now they want to be friends. And who knows? 10 years from now, they may be occupying Egypt. So this is what I'm saying is Pashinyan is not solution. Neither the old regime. You need to come out with somebody different. Somebody has some diplomatic things to sit down and solve. Right now, we don't know what is the status of Karabakh. Pashinyan keep talking about opening border, but he never talked about what's going to happen in Artsakh. What's going to happen to those POWs? I bet on every dollar that those POW, most of them has been beheaded, being tortured, killed. That's why Azerbaijan will not give in, because he knows what is going to happen. Perhaps maybe some of them he's going to give, or who knows, maybe he's holding it back until election day, so if he wants Pashinyan to, because they want Pashinyan. Look, I'm nothing against Pashinyan as a person. I met him, I met his wife, but Pashinyan has no experience. He is confrontational. He has no business experience, diplomatic experience. You know, he's joining this Erdogan and Aliyev, those true criminals. He's not going to be the solution for Armenians. I mean, Armenia could vote for anybody they want, but that's not going to be the solution. Armenia, they could build, they have nice little country. I mean, it's so bizarre. Yesterday, we published this Indian guy comes in Armenia, start a business. He has now about 300-400 people. He loves Armenia. He loves Armenia. During the war, I go there and read about it. During the war, he facilitated their places, their building, so bringing in those refugees, you know. And I know so many non-Armenians are doing so much good stuff in Armenia, you know. But Armenians, they just pack their bag, move to Glendale, and create problem for other Armenians. See how nice luxury life we live in Glendale. So Hayastansi is the enemy of Hayastansi. Because they lie. Look, history gonna write. Maral Najarian, he was a victim of Armenian lies. See, Armenian told us all, come, it's safe, don't worry about it. We're in control of Karabakh. And what happened to Maral Najarian? She packed her bag, suitcases, goes there, believing in Armenian. But Armenians turned out to be big liar. This is the problem. A credibility issue. Do you know how many times Pashinyan was standing saying, come? Yet the foreigners go, but the Armenian Hayastansi in Glendale, they just bark. They just bark. Instead of packing, going back to their born, the place they born. We were not born in Armenia. But we try to help. I invited all those people who's barking on the Pashinyan is the best, the old regime gonna come back. This is their only. They cannot defend Pashinyan. The only things they are defending is the old gonna come back. So reason we need to like Pashinyan. What Pashinyan did really. He got this revolution by saying corruption, corruption. He raised up the people for the corruption. But you see, let's assume, because I don't know, I have no facts, so assume all those Kocharian, Sarkisian, they were corrupt. They stole money. They built their wealth. But you could always go take this out, investigate. But you see, Pashinyan corrupted people's mind. The young people especially. And this is why they without think, just like what Trump did. You see what Trump, how he corrupted people's mind, agitate them. They went, took over the capital. That's what Pashinyan did to people. Corrupted their mind. When I was in Armenia, I think I showed you this. Look at those teenagers. How Pashinyan.
What do you guys think is about Pashinyan? How about 1 year from now, nothing happened? The president or the prime minister?
Okay, so there you go. Those were like teenagers a few years ago. Now probably they're ready to vote. You know, they're gonna vote for Pashinyan. That's what happened. This brainwash all those kids. And so how can you take it out? You cannot. Even in Armenia, now there are people who are still diehard communists. They still believe communist was a good system. You can't. Once you brainwash people, it's impossible. And if you go like in America, the people who Trump called, they will tell you Trump won the election. What do? It's very difficult. Once you brainwash people, especially at those age, it's not easy to take it. They will just believe it. Pashinyan was the best. And so I just like to talk about those things and the fact stuff. You know, Armenia doesn't need Turkey or Azerbaijan. Absolutely doesn't. Those are brutal, vicious people. Armenia has to build a military that could defend themselves, create allies around the world, and do business with the friendly countries. You don't need Turkey. Look at Greece is in NATO, and Turkey is threatening them, and Turkey is in NATO. And don't trust Europeans. Europeans are cowards. They don't care about human rights stuff. It's bullshit. US, yes. If US want, they could do anything they want. I mean, US spend on military more than China, India, their total GDP. And so US, if Armenian can convince US to become ally or defend Armenia or something, you know, that's it. You don't need that other stuff. Look, Russia, right now Armenia needs Russia at this moment. But Russia never been anything good for Armenia, never, you know. They never came put some new factories or things. Basically, all Russia says to Armenia, if you want a job, come to Moscow. That's it. Every Armenian package back, they go in Moscow, and then they send money to their family. You don't need a friend like that. It's called brain drain. There are so many Armenian scientists in Russia because they're brain drained, because Russia, when Soviet Union collapsed, they yanked all the factories from Armenia. There was nothing left in Armenia, you know. And so Armenia, 3 million people, you don't need Turkey or other people. You can manage your economy. You could build quality stuff. Your land is good. You could produce good organic fruit, vegetables, and sell them around the world with quality, not quantity. That's Turkey, that's quantity. You do quality. You could send to Europe things. You need some nice airline, so that you could send your product outside. You know, those are things you have to concentrate on, you know. But, you know, bring other people. Bring people from India, China. Let them build, let them start business. Don't be nationalistic. You know, just go look at this. Let me see, where is that guy? 1 second here. Yeah, here it is. Let me just get this picture. This, here. His name is Kirit Villani. He even says we will fail, you know, if we don't keep Armenian in Armenia. This is the guy. He created 300-400 jobs in Armenia. In Indian. He loved Armenian. He got the citizenship, Armenian citizenship, and he was so happy to get that. This guy. So bring more Indians. Bring more Chinese. Let them build. Let them Armenian pack and go to Glendale. Don't allow even Glendale Hayastansi to come to Armenia, maybe. That would be maybe good. Because they come in there, they spend all those dollars, and poor Armenians, you know, like, anyway. So this is the solution for Armenia, but this is not the solution. Because remember, these 3 criminals, and Pashinyan now joining those dictators. And eventually he will become one. If you think of this, Pashinyan already 3 years. And if you re-elect him another 5 years, so that will be 8 years. Do you really believe Pashinyan gonna leave nicely the job? No way. He's gonna become another Aliyev, another Erdogan, another Putin. He lived with them. He knows. So I just wanted to run down about this. Remember, Masawat Adalat. Remember, when Pashinyan talks about economic corridor, remember that. That's genocide 2. You know? Remember that. That's genocide 1, genocide 2. And that's what Pashinyan's gonna do if you let them do. And also, Pashinyan cannot negotiate with them because he signed the document. He cannot say, I'm not allowing you this, what we're talking here, this red line you see going from the bottom line. He cannot, because he signed it. He cannot do it. But if another one get elected, another prime minister or president, whatever they do, he could go there and says, look, our people was not happy, and so we like to negotiate. We don't like you go through that bottom line. You could come from the top. You negotiate this thing. But you need somebody who has a diplomatic skill. Pashinyan doesn't have that. Pashinyan doesn't have that. Pashinyan lied once, which is this corruption, and he didn't do nothing about it. Then he lied for 44 days. And then the 45 days, if he was a decent human being, right, he would even just assume they put pressure on him, right? He could have said, look, 44 days, 5,000 soldiers died, right? 45 days, maybe 1,000 soldiers would die or something. I mean, I don't know. It's too bad to even say this stuff. But he could have said to them, okay, I have a parliament, I have president, I have my cabinet. I need one day to consult with them. Like the parliament, he has a majority. He could call the parliament, discuss in parliament. He could call the president. He could call all of those. And he could have gone on the podium, which is his good when he does that. He could have said, my dear Armenians, here is the situation. We're losing the war. We have a choice, either continue fighting and dying or surrender. And this is our enemy putting in front of me. I need to sign. Do you want to fight or do you want to surrender? This is what a real, honest, decent leader would do. Be honest, transparent with your people. That's how Pashinyan came in power. We're supposed to be honest, fair, transparent, but everything but transparent. So he lied Armenian about corruption. He didn't do anything. He lied 44 days. He lied to Armenian people, didn't consult with them, and just went and signed it. And now Pashinyan is lying about this economic corridor, which can be another disaster. So there is Pashinyan 5 lies that any opposition could debate Pashinyan on those. And this is why I ask Hayastansi or all those people who support Pashinyan, come in here, you're welcome. Come and debate me. Prove that Pashinyan deserves to be a prime minister. I will take anybody. But nobody. They're afraid. There is this one lady, somebody sent me her link in Facebook in Glendale. She talked about Pashinyan, and she says Pashinyan something like how Trump people was saying, and Pashinyan like it's God. So I sent them a message. I said, well, why don't you come and prove Pashinyan is God? I never heard from them. So they're afraid because they have nothing to defend Pashinyan. They really have nothing because Pashinyan have done more damage than done good. So there you go. This is my talk today at 9 a.m. And we'll see you in other episodes. Have a nice day. We hope you join us again. Share this stuff with other people. Let them know. And tell the people to come and join us if they have something good to say or bad to say. We're open. We are not affiliated with any political parties, any organization. That's why we say what we say. Again, thank you. Have a good morning, a nice day. See you soon.